Adventure in Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Download!
This is the Pipeman here on the Adventures of Pipeman W4CY Radio at Download Festival, and I'm here with
Jake from Split Chain.
Ollie from Split Chain.
Nice. So, how's it feel to be here at Download sweating your ass off? Look, he's wearing a long sleeve shirt.
Crazy.
I'm regretting it already.
Nah, it feels like home.
I know. Where is home? Bristol, right?
Bristol, UK, yeah.
Yeah, so I live in Florida. So this
Love Florida.
totally feels like home to me. But I packed, like, I have in the locker, I have a thermal, beanie, hoodie.
You're prepared for everything, man. You never know.
Because it's Download, man, and, like, sometimes, like 10 minutes from now, it might be cold.
Yeah.
And then it might be raining.
Yeah, so I've got a raincoat on me today. It's
Right?
raincoat and a t-shirt. Always.
There you go. So, first thing I want to ask you about, tell the people about your genre, because you have your own genre, which is so cool to me, because I hate the whole fucking genre thing. So one of the things I do at a lot of the festivals, I'm like, if you were to describe your music as you made up a genre for your music that only you're in, and you guys have already done that.
Yeah.
So tell us about it.
Like the whole Dreamo thing like started when we first started, and then me and Aaron had a bit more of a nu metal influence. So it kind of brought in that kind of whole new gaze. So and I think obviously a lot of people are using that at the moment. But yeah, it kind of sums it up perfectly. Like we like the ethereal sounding kind of chords and dreamy leads and stuff like that. You know, you want to sound like you're floating. Great to have a little smoke too. Like,
yeah, there you go.
You know, but I also love the heavy stuff. You know, I want to get people going. I want hearts pumping. I want people moving, spin kicking each other. You know, having fun. Like it's a good balance, I think, and I think we've achieved that quite well. Obviously, a lot of Deftones worship in there. But I mean, yeah, I feel like the Dreamo thing is like still there, and we kind of keep it in mind, but we draw from everything.
See, I
like to think there's absolutely no ceiling on what we do. We can do whatever we want, play whatever music we want, and we did that from the start, and that's how we want to keep going.
I love that, because like I come from the 80s, and it was like such a gatekeeping time. You can only be thrash metal, or you can only be this. And now with so many bands, like back then there were not that many bands, so now with so many bands, it's like a lot of the bands are trying to do this formula for their music, because this is what this should sound like, and then they all sound the same. So I love bands like you that bring in different influences, because it makes you unique and stand out. I don't think those other bands that are trying to sound just one way are going to last.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And I also tell you, like, I listen to your music, and I have different things I like. I'm a metalhead, but I also dig Floyd and the Grateful Dead and shit like that. So it's like I'm listening to you guys, I'm like, wow, it's fitting all my personalities in one.
Love to hear that.
Right?
That's the thing. Why wear one suit? You know, like you can do whatever you want. Like there shouldn't be a box for your music and your art. Like, do what you want to do.
I mean, like we fully write for ourselves, and we're not going to allow anyone to tell us what we should write and how we should sound. Like we write for the five of us, and all of us contribute to the writing and stuff. So the album that we've got coming out is like a blender of all of our influences and stuff. And like you say, it's not just metal and whatnot. We've got bits like Bjork and stuff in there. We've got a bit of techno and whatever influence somewhere in there. So yeah, it's a bit of everything.
I love
the post-punk thing is like big. Like Tom like loves that stuff. Like that you can hear that. I think you can hear that clearly on like Who Am I, like the new single we just dropped. And quite honestly, that's a path that I've not explored much, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I want to go there again. So why the hell not?
Yeah, I think Ollie said it best when they were giving him so much shit for changing Bring Me the Horizon over time.
Yeah.
And he's like, why do I want to write the same song over 100%. And over again? And like that makes so much sense. If I was an artist, I'd probably want to slit my throat if I had to write the same album 10 times in a row.
But the thing is you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? So you might as well write for yourself and enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, and if people vibe with it, then great. If they don't, everyone's got their opinion and entitled to it. So, you know, it's...
You got to do for yourself, because that's the only way you're real, and it's transparent for us out there watching you. We know if you're just dialing it in or if you're really loving what you're doing, and that makes a difference. Yeah. And then I take an example like myself, like Metallica back in the day before the Black Album, before anything, like in the very beginning, there were like 25 of us that were Metallica fans, seeing them in little clubs. And then when the Black Album came out, we're like, fucking posers, sellouts, blah, blah, blah. But then, you know what? You got a little older, a little more mature.
You gotta chill out.
And there's, now they're still my favorite band.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And it was just bullshit. Like, and then I think about it now as an adult. I'm like, why wouldn't you want to grow as an artist? Why do you want to stay a garage band? Like, that's what everybody wants. They want you to stay a garage band, but that would be boring too. As a musician, you want to learn the craft and get better and better and explore.
Of course.
I think that's the biggest part of being a musician. Like when I played guitar, my dad was like, you better quit that, you don't know what you're doing. I was just like experimenting what sounds I could get out of it to create some unique sound, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly that's what we're all about as well.
Yeah.
And the album's littered with that kind of stuff. For me, I'm very much like a soundscape kind of guitarist, so I like building layers and stuff and seeing what I can get out of it, because there's only so much you can do with two hands, you know, but if you can like layer stuff up, create whole new sounds.
I love it.
Love it, yeah.
I just love a good riff, man.
Of
Like,
course.
that's why he's leading. I'm rhythm, you know. Like, I just put that right hand to work. You know what I'm saying?
There it goes. So let's talk about the new album. Tell people about it. And, you know, it drops in July, right?
Yeah, July 11th. Album's called Motion Blow on Epitaph Records. Again, dream label as well. To have them on board is shout out Epitaph. Like, shout out Brett and the whole team there. Like, they've been absolutely phenomenal from start to finish. They've been so supportive and so like believing and trusting in us. And they've just looked after us so much. So shout out them. Like, honestly, they've been great.
I so love hearing that because, like, there's so many record labels that are not like that.
Oh, man. Honestly, like, the faith they have in us is, you know, it can be hard. Like, Who Am I, the latest single, you know, it delves into imposter syndrome a lot. Everything's happened very quick over the past couple of years. We've only been a band for 2 years. Played our first show, June 7th? Yeah. June 7th last in 2023. You know, and to have all this happen, we've done 2 US tours so far. We've done a UK headline run, like B markets, and like it's just been a whirlwind. And hence why it's called Motion Blow. You know, like it's all happened so fast. Can't stop and think about it too much because you will have a meltdown.
No doubt.
Just keep going, keep trucking, take it day by day.
Thing.
And like, yeah, honestly, the album is reflective of that and the past 2 years that we've had. We've built quite a good team around us. Shout out Kel, who we recorded the album with. We did all our singles prior to the album with him, apart from 2. Hence why we went back, because he's just been absolutely great. He's great to work with, gets the best out of us. So yeah, really, really happy to have the chance to work with him on a full length. Shout out Middle Farm Studios, recorded down there for a month and they were great. All the staff there were great. Lovely, great bit of land as well. Nice little walks in the countryside and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just been an absolute whirlwind and recording that. Like, I've never done an album apart from like in a bedroom with like old mates, you know. So like doing this like professionally is like
trip, right?
Yeah, it's mental, man. It's too much to even comprehend, but like I'm just enjoying the ride and had a great time doing it.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Forget all the stress. Enjoy the ride.
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, doing the album was the first time we've had to do something to a deadline, so that was a real interesting experience. Like, well, the record label, obviously, they've been amazing throughout, but obviously we had to work to a deadline because we knew the album had to be finished by a certain time. So being locked away on a farm while it's like storming like mad outside and we got nowhere else to go, it was like you have to record and write this album. Like, we were finishing ideas there. I think 2 days before we left, we finished up Who Am I. That song got rewritten like 3 times because we just weren't happy with it. So it was just constant from day one to the end. And yeah, I love that.
I think that's something we were going back to after COVID, that I think COVID, if you're going to take a positive creative, you could be creative again and not be like, oh, go out on tour and write the songs on the tour bus and have that album to us in a week. You know?
That's it. I get the itch to write on tour, but like having the space to do it in the capacity is hard, man. It's the nature of the beast, isn't it? You got to keep going.
There it is.
No days off.
Exactly. All right, real quick, tell everybody how they can reach out to you on socials, on the web, how they can get the new album when it drops, buy your merch, because they can't listen to my show unless they buy your merch, because that's the only way you can get to the next gig.
Yeah. So we've got our website, splitchain.uk. You can find all our streaming, our YouTube, like Spotify, Apple Music. Merch is on there. That's US and UK. We've got distribution there and EU. Split Chain Band on Instagram, on Facebook as well. TikTok, Split Chain Band again. Yeah, and obviously, if you're at a show, just come reach out, come say hello. We're always at the merch stand. We want to say hello to people, shake hands, and meet the people that are like making this go. Because we're so grateful every day to be blessed doing this.
Just don't be shy, man. Like we're all about just having fun and having a good time. So yeah,
that's what it's about.
See us, come say hey, and we're down for a hang.
Well, I'm grateful you guys are here playing at Download, and thanks for being on the Adventures of Pipeman.
Thank you for having us, man. Appreciate it. I had a great time.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.